Hello, everybody. It's Stan Morris, NEA Report, and I'm coming at you live with a story that's not a breaking news story. This is about perspective. I'm sharing this with everyone because a few years ago there was something happened, and it gave me perspective, and I wanted to share it with more of you. As most of you know, the homeless situation is being discussed greatly right now in Jonesboro. In fact, it took a turn for the worse when we found out last night that they had decided to pull out plans for the facility. A lot of people are not taking this as a human concern. In fact, I just saw a comment on, and I hope everybody will stay with me on this one for just a second. There was just a comment on NEA Report. Somebody said the mayor was failing because he was trying to lower property values. NEA Report is always going to be non-political and objective. That'll never change. But I want to show y'all something. This is what the underside of an overpass looks like, okay? It's very loud. I constantly hear cars going overhead. You can see there's no room. It's dark, it's nasty, it's scary. There's stuff laid around back here where people have been. And I'm showing all this for a reason. Because 2 years ago I was leaving Walmart on Parker Road in Jonesboro, which is just across the overpass there. Some of y'all are kind of making sense of where I'm located right now. And so I was leaving Walmart, coming home, going across this stretch of road, and I saw a young lady seated under the overpass. It was really cold. It was frigid. It was near freezing. And I asked her, why? What are you doing? Why are you there? And she said she was there because she didn't have a place to stay. And I watched as right here at this turn, where you see hundreds of cars every minute coming through, all the people were passing her and nobody stopped. Quite obviously, a young lady seated in that exact place that I'm pointing at, right there, does not belong there. Nobody does. Nobody stopped. And so I stopped and I asked her, and I eventually found out her situation, and it was, without going into all the details, I stayed with her until we were able to get a hold of a shelter. I took her to meet with an advocate who then took her to the shelter, because women's shelters, they don't allow men to come to. Obviously, there's reasons for that you can figure out. I met the advocate at JPD. They took the girl and got her on her way. Probably about a year later, run into the same girl at Walmart. And it may have been the same one, I can't recall, but the same Walmart. And the girl was doing great, because she's a human being that went through hard times. And human beings have difficult times, and they're sometimes down on their luck. I've been there before too. I've had to go to a food pantry in Jonesboro before. It happens to all of us. But the difference is, and the most important thing to discuss is, for the people that are not there, for the people that do have the ability to help, do we reach a hand out and do we help those people up and lift them up? Or do we tell them we don't want them in our neighborhoods? Now, there's reasons that people have stated about this. Well, it's near a school. What about the kids? And everyone can debate all of those specifics, and that's fine. But that comment that stuck with me on the WordPress post on our website about property values being lowered. Folks, that is not something we ever should take into consideration when we're talking about housing the needy or helping the needy. Money is temporary, but who we decide to be and what we decide to do with what we have is permanent. That's forever. And we don't want to leave a legacy behind of being the community that had a steeple on every horizon but couldn't put a homeless shelter up because we didn't like where it went. Or we're afraid of what somebody might hypothetically do, or insert reason there. If somebody wants to gain perspective, sometimes the best perspective you can gain is from somebody that's had to live in the lowest point, or be in the lowest point of their life. And I just tell you, I don't want to think about anybody having to go to sleep under that bridge, or under any bridge, or on a bench, or in an alleyway, because we can do better. And that's something that, at least in one person's opinion, which is something I don't offer very often, but I will in this instance, we can do. We can do better. Hope you have a great evening. This is Stan Morris on the NEA Report.